Bryce, what's been the tone in the offensive line room the past couple days, and how do you guys plan on getting back on track this week?
I probably say the tone is just we just gotta we're taking responsibility for everything that happened last Saturday, and we're gonna start by getting better today. We got better today, practicing harder, and we'll get better tomorrow and the next day.
Bryce, what are the coaches focusing on in that regard?
I probably say just practicing harder. Uh, we're more like we're focusing on ourselves. We're gonna take responsibility. We're gonna work harder every rep. We gotta work harder today to see the effects on Saturday. So just practicing harder.
Bryce, what did the video show you about those short yardage situations that didn't work out on Saturday?
After watching the video, like I said, it's just still on us. We just got to do better. We got to execute. We got to come off the ball. We got to be a Pitt offensive line.
Bryce, what was the difference? Did you see any kind of difference between the quarterback sneak push you got versus the other plays you tried to run?
Yeah, I feel like once we called the sneak, we came with a completely different mindset than when we called the other plays, which it shouldn't be like that. We should have the same mindset on every play, but I thought we came with a different mindset after they had stopped us the first time that it wasn't going to happen again.
Bryce, do you think that, when they did stop you guys, that series down there, do you think that's something that will stick with you guys for a long time? At least like throughout the season, like remembering that, like I know that you guys kind of, watch one game, flush it, move on to the next, but it feels like that could be a series that you guys go back to and say, hey, not only did you want to not have it happen again against NC State, but going forward even in other games as well.
It'll definitely be in the back of our minds every time we get another situation like this, and we're going to work to not have that feeling again, So we're just going to keep it in the back of our minds and move on and not let it happen again.
Bryce, can you give us an idea of the talk in the room, just mood of the room moving forward here for Boston College?
They're a good team, so we're going to come to play. We're going to step it up from last week. We're going to execute. We're going to do everything we need to do to get better. We're just moving forward. That's how we're looking.
Bryce, what have you discovered this week about the Boston College front seven?
They're a good team. They play fast. They play hard, which is good. That's what we're looking forward to. We're looking forward to a hard game. That's what we want.
Bryce, when you were looking at the film and you guys are looking forward and how you could improve this week, did you find those improvements to be more about you guys' own fundamentals, or was it more like game plan adjustments that you guys put in and they just might not have sunk in as well for last week?
No, it was completely on us. Coach Whipple and Coach Borbs always have a great plan. We just gotta execute better, execute everything he calls. So we'll take that as players.
Bryce, DJ was telling us his family came up from Maryland last week hoping to be able to get into the game. How anxious is your family to get into a game? And it looks like you'll have it for Notre Dame. What will that be like to have fans again at Heinz Field?
Man, my mom calls me every week and asking if we're going to have fans. So finally get to tell her yes. We're excited for that. And, that's just more momentum and more focus moving on for us.
Bryce, finally get a four-man front. Does that make it hard to kind of take any, I guess, sort of schematic or that kind of lessons from last week because you come into a kind of a completely different approach here?
I wouldn't say it was hard. We play against a four-down front every day against our defense. So it's nothing new, nothing hard, so we'll be ready for that.
I just meant, does it kind of make it like you can't necessarily take like a direct lesson from anything that happened last week and apply it to this week's game?
Like schematic wise. Okay. There's still stuff you can take like fundamental wise, as in your footwork, your hand placement. Obviously not the same angles in front, but there's still a lot you can learn from last week's film and to capitalize on it for this week.
Any final questions for Bryce?
Bryce, I guess you guys going on the road for the first time this week, first time this season. What do you think that's going to be like? Is it even a concern at all for you guys with the pandemic, obviously, and I know Boston's kind of in the red, going in terms of the COVID situation there?
No concern. We're ready to go on the road. We're gonna stay safe. Same thing we always do here. We're gonna keep it going there, and we're actually excited to play or go out there to Boston and play. I've never been, so it should be a good experience.
Bryce, Kenny said after the Louisville game that one thing that Louisville was doing was simulating you guys' snap calls to try to get you to jump on false starts. Was that something that you guys saw and it didn't really impact you guys in this last game against NC State? And how have you guys adjusted to knowing that challenge might be coming with, quieted stadiums?
Yeah. We actually practice that every week, so just a precaution, you never know what the opponent's going to do, so we prepare for everything.